Alright, fuckers and fuckettes, what you're looking at here is a day's worth of fucking around. It's an old CB450 Nighthawk, 1982. And it's basically the same CB450 engine that I grew up with in the 70s, only it's modernized. It's got the 80s keyhing carbs, the same as the CB750, same as the CB900, only there's only 2 of them on that rack instead of 4. It's got CDI ignition, which is really good. One of Honda's better ignition examples. And these were unique to Honda. I mean, a couple other manufacturers did this, but Honda was the only one that really did it right. It has an integrated oil cooler instead of having the oil lines, and it was one of Honda's better examples. In fact, the only bad example on this entire bike is this oil passage, that little line right there. That was the only point that made a mess for Honda, but it was pretty efficient. It kept, you know, as long as you kept your oil changed every 1,000 on the 1,000, kept it clean inside, kept a fresh filter in there, that little line had never clogged. But a lot of people didn't take care of them, so that line had clogged on them, and that's why a lot of these didn't last very long, mostly due to poor maintenance on the part of their former owners or whatever. This one I still got to adjust the valves tomorrow, but I fixed the tail light today, fixed the key switch. See, all the pretty lights work when the key switch comes on now. Tail light even works, looky there. Fucking turned out to be a wire on the back of the fuse box. Had come off for the tail circuit. Pretty good sounding little bike. Might help if I turn some gas on. Like I say, I still got to adjust the valves in the morning. It's down near 7 at night right now. And it needs a new tack drive table, but other than that, everything's all hunky-dory, wonderful. Tack drive table should be here in the morning. See that sticker's nice and pretty. And this is the sticker that was sitting towards the window. It's all sun faded. Same with the side of the tank. One side got sun faded and one side's still pretty. But I mean, I'll wax all that shit out tomorrow. The sticker's on the side cover on the other side. Yeah, I'll leave that shit alone. If I could let it go out like it is. I just figured I'd show you. And I might do a video on adjusting these valves tomorrow. It depends on how I feel, and I know I got to do it in the morning anyway, but it depends on how grumpy I am. Alright, I'll let y'all fuckers and fuckheads later. I just figured I'd show you another piece of motorcycling history here. And these are a little bit harder to find than the 450 Rebel. The 450 Rebel's a pretty rare piece, and I think that was 82 or 83 where the 450 Rebel existed. All the rest of the Rebels have pretty much been 250s. The Nighthawk 450, I don't know if Honda thought they were going to bring back the CB450 in an SC trim or what the deal was, but the Nighthawk 450 was out in 82, and that was all you seen of it. Really hard to find. Gets about 75-80 miles to the gallon. But, alright, that's that one up and running and done, and that's a day's worth of fucking around to me, because that's all it was on this one. I didn't do nothing in this to this one that y'all ain't seen in some of my other videos. In fact, I didn't do jack shit really, but fix the ignition switch, and because I thought the battery was dead. And it turned out to be the ignition switch and the one wire coming out of the back of the fuse box for the tail lights. Big deal. Solder that shit on, it's done. And the ignition switch, fuck, I hit it with electronic parts cleaner, and that's all it needed. Holler at y'all fuckers and fuckheads later.